What's up, guys? Finally, an off day that I feel good to do a live. I know last night's loss really stung, but we still have an opportunity to sweep and control our own destiny. So hopefully we can do that. Luckily, some good things happened. Bryce Elder doing his thing. Matt Olson looking a little bit more like himself, and some other the bullpen being absolutely amazing right now, giving Fried extra rest. Hopefully Strider is progressing towards some things here. Bryce Elder, probably the most unsung hero of the rotation this season, especially with Ian Anderson's struggles, now injury. Mike Soroka coming back, but didn't expect much. Just really, and obviously Kyle Wright, 20 wins, that helps. Of course, I don't think any of us thought that at all. Michael Harris doing what Michael Harris is doing. Vaughn Grisham coming out of nowhere kind of and stabilizing second base. Orlando Arcia, same thing. It really is kind of a mirror image of what we did last year with the outfield, but this year with second base with Ozzie, just the unfortunate and kind of freak injury of late. And yes, we want to win the division and still have a chance, but obviously it's going to be hard to do. We need to sweep, and we know that. They know that. Everybody knows it. But if you would have told me back on June 1st that we'd have a chance to win 100 games with our day game struggles, with our series finale struggles, with all of that, and the way we started, and no one is saying, oh, I don't like that a lot of people are saying that because we got off to a bad start, and people are saying, well, people said those games didn't matter. Nobody said that. We just were being confident that we could turn it around. Obviously, every game matters. Number 162. I just don't like the notion that people are saying we didn't say that it mattered, because it does. It always does. But obviously, the World Series hangover and the Freddie of it all was a thing, and all of us can admit that. But playing nearly 700 ball, starting June 1st, I mean, you got to give the Mets credit. They've kind of staved us off, and having a 10.5 game deficit, you got to basically play perfect baseball, and for the most part we have, but last night was just very unfortunate. Josiah Gray was very good. The Nats pin when they have a close game or a lead, they're pretty darn good. So I got to give them credit there. And Vargas kind of messed that whole thing up, because we did hit a bunch of balls really hard at Vargas, and he was able to vacuum them all up. Yeah, I mean, I don't know about being more nervous about the Mets series than the Dodgers last year, but we've been through it. We've seen everything. So I'm not too worried about. We're gonna put our best foot forward, and it's gonna be a fun series no matter what. I think you have to circle Pete Alonso to not beat you. Eduardo Escobar has been a big piece for the Mets. So we'll see there. Obviously, pitching is going to be you got to stay optimistic. I mean, we're probably still going to win 100 games no matter what happens in the division, and we're still in the playoffs, and this is just a great opportunity. Yeah, will I be mad if we don't put a scare in the Mets and have a chance to sweep? Yes, I'm too competitive for that, but we just got to do what we got to do. And yeah, the bad start probably spells doom for the division, but that doesn't mean that we won't do our thing and hopefully get some huge hits. They got DeGrom, Bassett, and Scherzer. Obviously, those guys are as good as it gets, and we'll see what happens. I hope that we continue to use Orlando Arcia at second. I know Vaughn Grisham has exceeded expectations, but I think defense is paramount for what we do, and he's been through the wars, so I agree. I mean, I'll be happy with however we make this happen. But Vaughn Grisham probably pinch run, and I like Orlando Arcia and what he's been doing for the last couple of weeks, couple of games. So I'd like to see that continue. What's up, CJ? Prayers up to Tua. That was very, very scary. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I'm really excited. Matt Olson turning back into himself a little bit, hitting the fastball.
Bridgewater fires, and it's going to be close to a first down with forward progress as he hits Trent Sherfield. But they're going to mark it at the 34, shy by about a yard. He needed 17, got 16 on the play.
Heck of a job of coming right in and making this throw on third down and long. Tyree.
Yeah. I really like where our bullpen is, too. Kenley Jansen looks very, very Kenley Jansen-like.
Now Sanders is going to come in and try to kick a 52-yard field goal.
Max. We would like to see Max be Maximus again, but our offense with him, for whatever reason, has not been great at all. The 3 runs in the last 30 innings with Max on the hill. So, yeah, Max has had to work a little bit hard. But he's given us a great chance to win, and I love what Max has done all year. He hasn't put his best foot forward against the Mets, so maybe that means that this one is the biggest. But there's nobody I'd rather want to start this type of series, no doubt at all about that. Yeah, I mentioned the no run support for Max. That's very rare, but there's always one in the rotation, and Max, for whatever the last 30 innings, that's been the case for him. But again, it's going to be a nip and tuck series. I think it's going to be 3-2, 2-1, those type of series. And if it's not, I like the Braves' chances that we will be doing the offensive explosions. But who knows on that? But I like it that we're at home, and hopefully the weather stays away and does its thing. Hopefully everybody's safe out there with the weather and can enjoy some playoff intensity baseball. It's very interesting to see that the Phillies are kind of losing their minds right now, and we were a part of that, beating them the last two. That was really nice to kind of ruin their chances a little bit. There we go. But yeah, I mean, the Braves are in a great spot, especially with the way the bullpen's been pitching and having six shutout innings yesterday and not being able to win. That kind of extra stings, but I really like the symmetry and the I think 1.76 ERA. In September when it matters most, that is some warm and fuzzy vibes there. Warm and fuzzy vibes for sure. So I'm really excited where our bullpen is. Our lineup is our lineup. Really happy where that's trending, especially Matt Olson looking more like himself. We need Riley to pick it up a little bit, even though he's had some really good at-bats. I'm really liking that. I think Grossman's been a little too passive lately. And we might see Marcell Ozuna a little bit more, especially the righty righty stuff. And with Ozzy Albies unlikely to return until maybe the NLCS. So as of right now, if it ended today, we would face the Padres, which is very interesting. Joe Musgrove, you Darvish, that scares you, and obviously Juan Soto, Manny Machado. They haven't necessarily gelled completely, but that definitely is an interesting matchup. I love that they're at home, but again, 3-game series, who knows? Obviously, we still got some work to do, and with this Mets series, if we can get to the middle part of the Mets bullpen, I feel a lot better. Trevor Williams, Drew Smith, Joely Rodriguez, those types. But obviously, if you get to Edwin Diaz, it's going to be a rough ride. Braves haven't really touched Edwin all year long. Eddie Rosario heating up is a nice little thing. Obviously, the defense got to be better. Yesterday, it kind of cost us. Michael Harris was amazing, but it's always the little things, and you got to make them earn everything. The walks, the things, you got to be able to control the controllables. And I feel really good where we're trending, but you just got to control everything you can. Jake didn't pitch bad, but he didn't pitch great either. He gave us a chance, but again, the walks were the bugaboo, and that's always a big key, because last year we were able to limit that, and we had 4 shutouts last year during our playoff run. So pitching, and defense, I don't think we committed an error until the Game 2 of the World Series. So that is going to be vitally important. Always the small things, the little things, this series and beyond. So, see what else. Let's see. I think the Brewers are winning to tie the Brewers in the wild card, I believe. Yep. Milwaukee is up 2-0, 1-2 count in the 6th. So that is going to be interesting to follow whether the Phillies collapse continues, or will they be able to sneak in. Actually, they have a 500 record with Bryce Harper, and they're about 20 or so games over 500 without him, which is very, very odd and weird. But that's baseball for you in its weird loveliness that it is. I think I was a little bit more confident in our starting pitching last year than this year, but especially with Strider's uncertainty with his oblique and such. But again, big game Charlie Morton. He's struggled with the home run ball. You got Max Fried. You know what you're getting from Max Fried. Kyle Wright has turned a corner. And even I think Bryce Elder might take the Drew Smyly role this year of long relief or trying to keep it at a certain score like Drew Smyly. If we need to go bullpen route, Jesse Chavez has been amazing. Jackson Stevens as well. So there's a lot of mixing and matching we can do with the staff as it is. So even though you would love to have Strider, I think we can piece it together. Strider would be a massive, massive boost. I think there's more of a speed element to our lineup. Yes, there is a lot of strikeout, but there has been all year long. And if I remember correctly, a lot of last year was walks and homers and things of that nature. Yeah, we got a big single here or there sprinkled in, but anyone can go deep at any time in the postseason, and any any base runner is a rally, and our amazingness with 2 outs give me some warm and fuzzies as well. So there's a lot to look forward to in this series coming up tomorrow and beyond, and it's really going to be fun to watch and digest. It's going to be nerve-wracking as always, but having knowing that you're going to be in the playoffs and just kind of enjoying how it works, it would be amazing to sweep the Mets and kind of put a damper on what they've done this year, and just kind of continue our reign of the NL East. But I'm really, really excited no matter what we do, and I feel it's going to be an amazing ride. It's going to be fun, and having the first series at home, no matter what, that really helps too. Obviously, it's going to come down to the little things, that as it always does, but really, really, really happy and exciting to see what's on the horizon here. But I really like our mindset. Yeah, we've had some offensive ruts. 1-0 against the Phillies last week, and then the 3-2 extra inning stuff. The extra innings, we were 6-7, or we are 6-7 this year, and the Mets are 10-2. So that's one you can look at as well. But I think we've kind of been able to been better in extra innings. I really hope our playoff games are not during the day because whatever reason, those are some weird. We have some weird, ugly results that kind of don't make sense in the grand scheme of things, but ends up happening anyway. So hopefully they're not in the daytime, and hopefully we win in the first two, sweep it, because the series finales of series have been a bugaboo for us as well, because baseball makes no sense. But I'm really feel good about where we are. Obviously, anything can happen in baseball, and that could come down crashing and burning. But really, really excited to see what we can bring and what we can do, and in our quest to repeat. Because you've got the Mets, the Dodgers. Obviously, the Dodgers are insane record-wise. You got the Cardinals, who go through offensive ruts as well. You got Albert Pujols and his story. Adam Wainwright, still Adam Wainwright. Yadier Molina still does his magic. So they're always going to be interesting. But then you got the Phillies and the Milwaukee Brewers. Like, it's kind of the top three in the NL, and then the rest, because you're just not sure what you're gonna get. But that's kind of a scary thing. And then you got the Astros, and then the Yankees have kind of figured the stability of it out again, stuff like that. I think the Guardians could make a run like the Braves did. A team that nobody's really respecting or liking, because they have a lot of no-name. Steve Kwan, Jose Ramirez, their big name, Miles Straw, and a lot of some good pieces in their rotation and pin. I just don't think a lot of people know about them, and that could give them an advantage. Seattle as well. You gotta hope that Julio Rodriguez is back. Doesn't cause an issue for him, but it has in the last couple of weeks. Their magic number is, I believe, 3. So I think that's they're still going to be playing for something really, really huge. Let's see.
We just talked about Mike McDaniel as a play caller, and he calls a heck of a call. What a drive after the injury to Tua. Teddy Bridgewater comes in. The Bengals just took a pretty convincing lead. They come right back and move the ball
to 14-12. Cincinnati is beating Miami. Doink.
So it stays at 14-12, and they're going for the 2-for-1 case. They're going to get the ball to start the second half after the touchdown.
But I'm really
concerned about Tyreek Hill. Where's the speed? Watch them react to the roll. They're getting depth. They're sinking. Now you've got a couple linemen to get out in front, and then the effort by Edmonds to have the spin move. Get up on Logan Wilson. Great. Kind of sinking.
There's always weird scores in football, that's for sure.
Great timing there to use it at the right time. And Teddy Bridgewater leads the Dolphins down to that touchdown, as you said.
But I'm really excited where the Braves sit. We'll see what the last 6 games have in store for us. I know it's going to be heart pounding, lovely. I would love for us just to wipe the floor of the Mets, but I doubt that that's gonna happen. But it would be super, super amazing for it to happen. But yeah, look.
Hey,
What's up?
John, seeing what's going on with the tuition. I didn't actually watch it.
He got